Welcome back. A man has been sentenced to federal prison for robbing a Corpus Christi bank in January of last year. 44-year-old Jesse Lemons was sentenced to be locked away for nearly 10 years. That's for the armed robbery of the Kleberg Bank just off of the Crosstown Expressway. Now, according to federal prosecutors, Lemons held bank employees at gunpoint while demanding money, threatening several times to shoot them. It wasn't long after he left the bank that Corpus Christi police were able to track him down.